Okay guys, first of all, I just kind of want to touch on the controversy surrounding this film before we get started. A 2-second kiss, people. You could blink and you'll miss it completely. Like seriously, it's 2022. Grow up. Lightyear. So Lightyear is a spin-off of the movie Toystory, which came out in 1995. That movie, of course, gave us Buzz Lightyear, who at the time was voiced by Tim Allen. Now in this movie, he's being played by Chris Evans. But the way this movie was being pitched is, this is the movie that Andy saw that made him want to get the Buzz Lightyear toy in the first place. And in this movie, after a mission goes awry which strands Star Command on an uncharted planet, Buzz must step up to the plate for a new mission to undo the damage. But along the way, we'll learn to let go of the past and become the Space Ranger he was truly meant to be. You know guys, Lightyear was a movie that I was really looking forward to. You know, I was a little concerned when trailers for this movie started coming out, but the more I saw of it, the more curious I became. And after seeing Lightyear, it was pretty enjoyable. Enjoyable. Not flawless. The movie does have a few problems that I will get into in a minute, but overall, I enjoyed my viewing of this movie. Chris Evans was actually really good as Buzz Lightyear. I mean, he's no Tim Allen, but he still did great. I think he gets a lot more hate than what he deserves because he's not bad here. His Buzz feels very much like a vulnerable human character. He carries a lot of guilt and he feels very responsible for getting his people into the mess that they're in currently. You feel that determination and desperation that he has, and I feel like Chris Evans did a really good job of bringing that to the forward front. Keke Palmer, Taika Waititi, and Dale Souls are in the movie too, but I have very mixed feelings about their characters. And I get that their characters are meant to be comic relief, but here guys, I just didn't like any of their characters. And I feel like that's where my problems with the movie kind of start to come into play, because for most of the runtime, they kind of feel unnecessary. I was more annoyed by them than I was invested in them. I don't know, maybe I was meant to feel that way because when Buzz first meets them in this movie, he's very taken aback by just how useless and stupid they can be. The first half of this movie felt like a cool space adventure with a lot of depth and a really intriguing story. I actually teared up at one point during the beginning because of the character dynamic between Buzz and this character Alicia. I wanted to see more between those two characters and see their friendship grow, but halfway through the movie they replace her with a whole nother group of characters that are just so useless and stupid that they kind of take you out of the film. And they make a lot of stupid decisions in this movie. I was actually getting mad just watching them bumble around and act like complete morons. It was really jarring. Honestly, having a movie about just Buzz and socks probably would have been better than what we got. Also, you can't tell me that socks is not going to be a toy. That is a toy if I've ever seen one. I love socks though. And visually, Lightyear is a very pretty film. Like, at this point, Pixar can do no wrong in their animation department. I'll be honest too, this movie has probably some of the best looking action in a Pixar film since The Incredibles, and that's some pretty high praise. Unfortunately, I did have a few other problems with this movie that did kind of stop it short of being great. Unlike a lot of other Pixar movies, Lightyear to me just kind of felt like it was missing a lot of emotional weight. Admittedly, I did tear up at that one moment that I already talked about, but after that moment passes, this movie just kind of turns into another run-of-the-mill sci-fi action flick. And that's not entirely a bad thing. I still enjoyed the action and the more tense-filled moments that this movie gave me, but I still would have liked to have seen more of the emotional moments that Pixar's movies are known for. Also, Zurg. You can't talk about Buzz Lightyear unless you talk about Zurg. And if you don't know who Zurg is, he's basically the arch enemy of Buzz Lightyear. And in the movie, he does have a very intimidating and commanding presence. My only problem with him is, I just feel like we didn't get enough of him. They try to give us this big reveal about his character towards the end, but since he's not in the movie that much, it just kind of feels like it comes completely out of left field. He's ultimately just reduced to this big brooding menace that the heroes have to fight. I don't know, to me it just kind of felt like wasted potential. Like, we needed more Zurg, for sure. Other than those few things, everything else about the movie was fine. I still enjoyed it for what it was. Lightyear probably won't make my top 10 list at the end of the year, but It's a fun one-off movie that, if I caught it on TV, I'd definitely sit down and watch it again. And of course, with that all being said, guys, Lightyear is not the best movie Pixar's ever made, but it's still a fun watch. Some characters did bring the movie down a bit, and I do wish we did get more time with Zurg, but trust me, this movie is not the abomination that the internet is making it out to be. I mean, I'll still buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out. I mean, that's for sure. Lightyear is at least a solid matinee. Popcorn is a given. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for Lightyear. I'm sorry if this one sounded a little out of practice and a little amateurish. I've been away from recording for about a week, so I'm a little out of practice. And holy shit, I have a lot of fucking videos to make before the week is out. Like, holy crap. I gotta review RRR, I gotta go see The Black Phone, I gotta go see Elvis, and then I have to do an episode of Throwback Thursdays, which will be on Twilight. I finally figured out what I was gonna do for that. Probably not the movie you guys were expecting me to review, but I do have reasons for reviewing that movie. But you'll just have to wait and find out what they are when the review comes out. Sorry. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'm the Unbiased Movie Nerd. I'm saying peace, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace out, everybody.